What'd you all expect from me? To be all happy and jolly and all, and not say, no. You want me to explain to you all how I feel about winter? It's just like a level in the AVGN Adventures video game. It's a blizzard of balls. You want to watch something? Take a look at this. I'm gonna be a little bit more laid back, a little more relaxed, because sometimes when I do these specials, I'm all jolly and peppy and happy and frisky and raunchy and randy and all that other nonsense. But I'm gonna be a little bit more relaxed, because usually when it comes to the second part of these Christmas specials, I'm usually talking about something else, mostly the TV specials. But since we're talking about another Christmas movie, it's going to be a little bit more opposite in terms of my mood, because there's not really much I can talk about in terms of going in depth with discussing this particular movie. And I forgot my microphone. I'm speaking clearly without it. There you go. Got the mic right there. So, to, to put how I can really say about this film, at least to try and explain the best I can, a lot of folks are on the opposite end when it comes to their thoughts and their take about this. There's some folks who love this, and there's a lot of folks who don't necessarily like this one. I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score, and, well, it's not very pretty. But, however, I think that this is one of those films to where it got appreciated as time went on, and became somewhat of a cult classic, to where it's one of those guilty pleasure type scenarios. It's a popcorn flick where you can sit back, relax, kick your feet up by the fireplace, or drink the hot chocolate, or eat the popcorn, or the candy canes, or whatever type of holiday treat you like, and just watch this for some nice, good laughs. Even though that this film does not live up to the standards as the first Home Alone, this film was technically a carbon copy, but with a couple differences, which I will get to. Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin is at it again. This time he is stuck in the land of New York City. I sure as hell would choose somewhere else other than New York City, but that's just me and my own personal vendetta and dislikes. I digress. But after once again having heat with his family due to the fact that they embarrassed him at a Christmas concert, they go off to the airport. Christmas picks up the wrong suitcase, and thus results to where the mother screams Kevin, she passes out, and he ends up in one of the largest cities in the US. While enjoying his family, at first he was scared of the pigeon lady, which later he did end up good friends with, and they had a little conversation about life that was kind of meaningful. A little bit more, I could say, just like with the first meaningful lesson when he was talking with the snow shoveler guy, this one had the same type of feel, but I felt like it was a little bit more. But back to the plot. While he was also having trouble with the hotel staff, and his rivals Marv and Harry have come back. This time, Marv and Harry are stealing money from the toy store that's donating for a special charity. Kevin's on the move to stop the sticky bandits once again. To sum up, folks, if you have seen the first Home Alone movie, you're basically watching the same thing, but as the differences are, I have to give appreciation for the idea of it taking place to where instead of him being stuck at home, he's in a new city, a new environment, a new place, and actually exploring the world a little bit. Well, actually, the country a little bit, while being in a very heavily populated state where a lot of folks are running around getting their procrastinating for the Christmas time and getting their shopping all done. And obviously, he goes to the toy store, he explores New York City, visits the Brooklyn Bridge, the Twin Towers, and a lot of other places. I think the Statue of Liberty as well. I don't know. But he was just going around minding his own business. Marv and Harry reunite with him once again because of their evil plan. But then again, like I said, I have to give some appreciation for changing the scenery up just a little bit. Now, the one thing I could say was a little bit fresh, even though the Pizza Man was the little confrontation when the VHS tape was playing, Angels with Filthy Souls. That was funny. But for some reason, I was able to get a little bit more humor with Tim Curry playing it, because we all know Tim Curry. He is fun. He's gold. We know him in films like Clue, Annie for playing supporting roles there. And his biggest role, he did it in the musical play, and he did it in the feature presentation film. It's not one of my personal favorite films he's done, but I have to give note credits for the role he played, the Rocky Horror Pictures Show. Uh, but this instinct, obviously, him playing a little supporting role, he was gold. The mannerisms, the Cheshire Cat smile, the voice, the eye contact, and the one-liners, stuff that Tim Curry was able to give us. I thought it was funny, and especially with him and the hotel staff having the little confrontation with the angels with even filthier souls playing in the background. I thought that was beautiful. But one thing I have to give credit is that when it comes to the whole life meeting, when Kevin was talking to the pigeon lady, I really liked the little throw-in of symbolism with the two turtle doves. Was a nice touch. It meant something special. You hold on to the turtle dove, it's for yourself, and the other turtle dove, you give it to someone else that has become either a best friend or a family member or somebody special in your life that you cherish. I really liked how that played into a nice factor. It was a little thing like that that really stuck out that I can give somewhat of a nice appreciation to for this movie. But as for the other thing that I really paid attention to, Marv and Harry were technically the stars for me. There was a little bit more screen time with them. They were much more. They had a much more sinister plan, but at the same time, the humor, the mannerisms, the slapstick humor was afloat. Marv being the dumb shit, Harry being the grouch, absolutely fantastic. Especially the confrontation towards the end in the apartment building with Kevin doing the plan, setting himself up, being inspired, motivational, and well, setting his booby traps up for the for the sticky bandits, being dumb shits and falling for it. Slapstick humor, I got the laughs, and it just worked out very well, and I thought it was humorous and entertaining. Uh, as for what I can say about cons, it's a lot of flaws because, like I said, it's a carbon copy of the first one, but with a little bit more lack of passion put into it. I mean, Chris Columbus, he did other films like Adventures in Babyland, Mrs. Doubtfire, Bicentennial Man. He also did the Harry Potter films of Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. And he did the first Home Alone and this one too. However, the creativity and the energy was there when directing the first one. I just didn't really see it in this one, despite, again, some original stuff thrown in. It just wasn't there. The energy just was not there, and it just felt, in terms of lackluster with its storytelling, because you were just watching the same movie again, but in a new city. That's technically all I can really say about Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. There's not really much I can go over, except I will say it's not a shitty sequel as many other folks think. I mean, despite the rating around Tomatoes, I do find it to be simple. Again, lackluster was the story, but however, it does have the entertainment. It is a popcorn flick that you can watch on the holidays if you want to have like a little marathon of films to watch either on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. This is one of those films that I can throw in there and just not take it too serious and just have a little fun with it. It's not as superior. It's not superior as the first one at all. But like mentioned, I think it did get appreciated over time because it does have memorable quotes. However, this film itself, despite a lot of flaws with it, it is passable because it is entertaining and I did have some fun with it because of Marv and Harry. So, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York was a film I gave a 3 out of 5 to. So, I that's all I can really say about it. Now, folks, let me know down below your thoughts about the sequel, and stay tuned for the third and final part, to where, folks, just don't shoot your eye out.